Hello and welcome to another Fox vlog. We have Operation Chocolate Overload continuing, also stalling a little bit, which is perfectly normal, perfectly fine. But if you'd like to back a exclusive hardcover and or ebook edition of Darkhaven, which is a young adult urban science-ish fantasy story where magic might possibly be real, now's the time to do it. These books are exclusive to Back a Kit, which basically means you won't be able to get this version anywhere else. It will pop up again, maybe, if we do special operation editions of sequels in the series. And then obviously I would want you to be able to get hold of the rest. So, yeah, if that sounds like your kind of chocolate sauce, jump on it. There will be a link in the description. It's a fun time. It is sassy, it is full of snacking, it is full of dodgy espionage, it is conspiracies about magic being real and lots of kind of genetic experiment secrets and kind of hidden mysteries. There is a bit of a prophecy thing that comes in at the end. There is an alien god, human alien love interest, friendships, mental health themes, found family, training, mean mentors, kind mentors, complicated family dynamics, and above all, the whole big question of what does one do with one's life after high school if you do not have a sort of solid career aspiration. So all of that gets packed into one medium-sized book, and yeah, the series as it goes on turns into more queer magical space opera, so it's a fun time. And it is worth jumping on this special edition to get the bonus materials and the annotations. And if you're not already there, do go check it out. Even if you can't back, that's totally fine. Join in the chocolate polls. I am including in the annotations my comments on all of the snacking. There's a lot of snacking that happens in this book. I had a whole list of words for my editor of like various treats and lollies and things that are, Australian brand names. I comment on all of those, and I have got some polls going on in the campaign seeking your thoughts on things like what the best colour of M&M is, or how you like to eat Nutella or any other chocolate spread. So do vote on those. The results get included in the book. On to Solstice War Fairy Tales. Things progress slower than I'd like. I really had hoped to get the As I Command, which is a Cinderella retelling, out sooner, but I was going through revisions and a new scene needed to be added, which is fine. I realised that there's not quite enough development for one of the romance plots, which is Lord Cigaro, his name is now, Lucian, and there just needed to be another beat. And also I sort of skipped a whole section where we go from one scene where Marguerite learns that there's something different or unusual about the way magic and Lord Cigaro interact, and we get to the next scene where it's as if they've both discussed this already and they haven't. So yeah, big sort of secret reveal, and then everything's normal now, and no scene in the middle where it's like, let's address this. So that scene has happened. Gosh, it was hard to write. Sometimes these scenes just flow, often really, and then sometimes you just get to a point where you're like, every single line is like really difficult to draw out, blood from a stone kind of thing. And that was one of those scenes. It took me quite a long time thinking about it beforehand, and then coming to the page and just going, I'm just going to have to make this happen. And I did, but it took like an entire writing session to write something where normally I would write it, in an hour. I think it's all right though. I think it's good. I think that means that everything is in place for Cinderella, and now it really is. I just sort of continue this read through and then get back into polishing all of the prose, making it sound as pretty as possible, and then off to editing. So it will be out by the 20th of December because that is the deadline I gave Amazon, and you can't change that easily, not without penalties at least, once you've set it. So it will be released on Amazon on the 20th of December, which I know is an odd date to release a book, but we're going with it. And it's also available for pre-order. For those who do not like buying books on Amazon, I completely understand. It is going to be available for pre-order via itch.io. Itch.io? I don't know how people say that. We're doing Kindle Unlimited. We're going to stick with it for a little while. We're going to see how it goes. I will move these books to a wide platform at some point. But for now, They're just going on Kindle Unlimited so that people can try them, they can pick up some reviews. And if you do read on Kindle, please do pick it up on Amazon. That would be really helpful. The Beauty and the Beast retelling is waiting for me to have time to get it to my beta readers, and that's it for fairy tales. I have ambitious plans with this whole thing, which is to clear Cinderella off my desk soonish. If I can get it to editing sort of by the end of November, that means it's mostly out of my hands. Fixing edits once they come in is not huge. And then, well, it depends what the edits are, but at this stage we're talking copy edits. It's not huge. I would really like to get some progress on the 5th book, The Princess and the Pea retelling, through December, so that I can start next year with 4 left to publish, but only 2 left to write. It's ambitious. I'd like to get the whole series finished by the end of March next year, published by June next year at the latest. They're short books. They're novellas. They're short novellas at that. Well, some of them are short novellas at that. It's possible. Ambitious fox strikes again, but we'll see. Other than that, I'm working on planning, which is laying out everything I want to get done for the next 5 years, which is to say I want to finish my current series. Finish them all. That is Solstice War Fairy Tales, that is The Whisperers, that is The Lightless Prophecy. I want them all finished in the next 5 years. And there may be other projects that go alongside, but they will not be priority. Finishing these series, starting with Solstice War, then Whisperers, and then Lightless Prophecy is the priority. So that's cool. Planning is going quite well, except for the fact that the cat keeps trying to eat my notes. I have reconfigured a little bit how I'm going forward with my updates, including my newsletter and my social media and YouTube, right here. Not going to continue with the weekly Fox vlogs because my newsletter is going to shift to monthly format. At the moment it is bi-monthly or fortnightly, so newsletters go out every 2 weeks. I love doing it, but it just takes up a lot of time. So that time needs to be put back into writing and editing so that I can get these series finished, specifically Solstice War Fairy Tales, for early next year. And so to offset that, I will do on the off week, so it would say I do newsletter first week of the month, then on the 3rd week I will do a vlog. So it'll be a monthly vlog, but instead of me just rambling like this off the cuff for however long it takes me to get through what I want to say, it'll be a compilation style. So every couple of days I will turn the camera on, tell you what's going on, and then at the end of the month I will stack all that together into an update, and you'll be able to see the chaos as it happens, or as it happened, unfold. So expect that to be possibly even more unhinged, because it'll be things like turning my camera on at 2 o'clock in the morning going, oh my god, that scene was so hard to write. What am I doing? I think it'll probably take me about the same time, to be honest, but I'm hopeful that it will be more fun for you to watch, because I'm not going to be just sort of sitting here going over the same news I went over last time, because actually nothing's happened. For more frequent shenanigans and just general commentary, promotions, book fairs, snark, Blue Sky is where you find me and where I'll be most days. So that's the plan going forward. We'll try it out for the first quarter of next year, because planning goes in quarters now, and we'll see what happens. So I'm going to leave it there. Please do check out the backer kit campaign for Darkhaven Operation Chocolate Overload. It is going well, but it would be really cool if we could hit that second stretch goal and get an alternative point of view, Charon's perspective on one of the encounters with Gabby, and make it just that little bit cooler. So if it all goes well, we'll be doing the same thing for Everfire and then for Memory Weave over the next couple of years. Much to do. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you have got this far. That would be great. Comment if you would like to share your reading or writing processes. And I will see you in the next differently formatted update.